What an incredible show we have. We spent a week in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Join us on a high-speed boat ride on Lake Superior. Warning, you might get wet.
Yeah. And we talked to the youngest Iditarod musher and met some of the greatest athletes on the planet.
And we're going to check out the largest that we know of Corvette collection this side of the Mississippi.
Plus, dip our toes into some of Michigan's most beautiful waterfalls.
Are you ready to be a Youper for a week?
Yeah, you betcha. Let's go.
Our adventure begins with setting up base camp at Critters Campground. The new owners, Bryce and Vicky, gave us a list of ideas for our stay.
There are two ways to view the colorful cliffs and waterfalls of Pictured Rocks National Seashore on Lake Superior. Slow or fast? One guess which one we chose. Fasten your seatbelts, friends. We're about to step aboard Riptide Ride.
Yeah, it was in that moment I could have got you guys soaked all the way to the back of the boat. Some of you guys are appreciating the clarity of Lake Superior. It is the cleanest, clearest of all the Great Lakes. Average visibility is 27 feet.
After our exciting and wet boat ride, we made a quick stop for a dose of tranquility at Tahquamenon Falls. This is just a glimpse of the breathtaking Tahquamenon Falls coming up later in the show.
One of the perks of traveling full-time is to connect with family and friends along the way. My cousin's husband, Jer, has owned 23 Corvettes in his day. But his vet obsession doesn't stop there.
This is a Corvette music box up here. It plays a song. I don't even remember what the name of the song is. A Corvette neon sign, Corvette Legos, genuine pewter Franklin mint, and down below the bottom two shelves, Jim Beam whiskey bottles with the whiskey still in them. various up on the wall. That's a Corvette mailbox, like a real mailbox that you would have. In front of it's a Corvette cookie jar that lifts where the windshield lifts off. And I have this, one of my better clients got this for me at an auction, and this actually runs out in low gear. It's a 63 Corvette, but it actually runs. So I think that's definitely pretty cool. That's one of the first ZR1s in the country in 1990. I had hair then, so you wouldn't recognize who the hell that guy is. That's the engine room of that ZR1. This is from a gift from the dealership that I work that I do all the work for. Plus, I bought at least 15 or 20 bets from them. I've had 23 Corvettes.
Have you?
Yeah, not all at once,
Right.
obviously, which the hell I did, but, well, then I got a couple of,
Then you'd have to buy a big Corvette barn.
well, I just doubled my garage at home. Plus, I have a garage attached to my house, so I'm not allowed to get any more unless she gets more horses, so it's kind of like a stalemate. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
All different year vets. I think that's, that's pretty much all the cooler things that are in here.
We're here with Laura Neese, and we get to pet some puppies. Who doesn't love puppies? But really what we're here to see are some amazing sled dogs.
Yes, sled dogs are the greatest athletes on the planet, and I love to share them. So we're gonna go meet the puppies, and then I'm gonna share all about the basics concept of the sport, and then go meet my race team. So they're pretty excited to see all the people.
Let's go.
Thanks. So the puppies I raised for other kennels for their first 3 months. So it's great socialization for the pups, which is a huge part of the sport, really. When they get to racing age, when they pull into a checkpoint, in a race, they're going to be looked over by a bunch of race veterinarians. So if they're used to meeting new people and being touched all over, then the dogs are able to just relax and go right to sleep while they're having their exam done.
Wanna run? Wanna play? How old are these ones?
7 weeks.
7 weeks. Huh?
Yep.
Okay. Enjoy it now. You're gonna start working pretty soon.
Friends.
You're sweet.
16 days. She's a little girl. How do you think? It's a big world. So their eyes just opened a few days ago. Ears also, so they're seeing and hearing the world for the first time.
She's a little puppy still. Oh no, not yet.
First races, they'll be 18 to 24 months. Maple's brother just retired at 10 years old. He ran his last race this March.
And how old are you?
26.
When did you start?
I fell in love with the sport when I was 9 years old, and then started working with sled dogs when I was 14. Ran my qualifying races for 1,000 milers when I was 18. Ran my first 1,000 miler at 19. So, all right, let's go see the team. Maple's my soulmate.
It's obvious Laura has a strong bond with her dogs.
All right, that's Chimp. This is Adam. Come on up. This is Wit. And then Elmer is Maple's brother. He's coming.
I asked her to share with us her favorite race memory and her biggest challenge.
I would say summiting Rosebud Summit in the Yukon Quest. I think about that a lot. So the Yukon Quest is the race where you summit 4 mountains. Rosebud is one of the 2 summits that are not road grade, so you're truly climbing up a mountain. When you're almost to the top of Rosebud, it's steep enough that you're off the sled pushing and the handlebar is right up here, it's above you. And so the second time we climbed Rosebud, we got to that point just as the sun was rising. So when my sled reached the summit, I looked around and we were on top of everything. And all the mountaintops were pink below us. And just watching my dog team right in front of me. And at that point, after climbing a mountain, you are so, like, the adrenaline rush is huge. And you're so proud of your dogs. And it was a very powerful moment. And as I reached to open my pocket and get my phone to get a picture, or my camera to get a picture, and then I realized we were going to be going down in a second. Like, that's a really bad idea. I'll just keep it in my mind.
Do you have a real learning moment or challenging moment that you won't forget?
Descending Eagle Summit, which is the second mountain in the Yukon Quest. My rookie year, that's where it was scariest. The climb on that mountain isn't as steep as Rosebud, but then when you go down the other side, it feels like you're just falling down the mountain. It is insanely steep they say it's 300 yards down the steep part. Well, when you get to the bottom of the steep spot, you make a 90-degree turn to the right. So it felt like we just landed in a big heap. I righted the sled, gave the dogs a G, and then we spent the next 2 miles going at a slower rate down the rest of the mountain.
What an impressive lady. Good luck, Laura, with your upcoming races.
If you have a four-wheel drive, venture on a 14-mile road trip to the remote shores of Lake Superior to see historic Crisp Lighthouse. Once there, climb the spiral staircase to be rewarded with panoramic views of the lake and surrounding forest.
We were lucky to be treated to a scene of deer playing in the surf below.
The duckies are getting close to Canada.
If you have the time, we suggest a day trip to Sault Ste. Marie. Watch the gigantic 1,000-foot freighters pass through the Soo Locks, a remarkable feat of engineering. Tahquamenon Falls State Park is an absolute must while in the UP. Be sure you allow enough time for both the upper and the lower falls. If the weather is right, you can even take a refreshing swim in the lower falls.
More pure Michigan is up next at Mackinac Island. We'd love to hear from you on great locations we should cover on Love for Travel TV. Give us a comment below. Thanks for watching. Until next time,
Safe travels.